Hello everybody. Today we are going to start a new chapter, that is chapter 3, Water Resources, from NCERT Geography book, grade 10. Facts about water. Number 1. When we talk about water present on our earth, 96.5% of water is in the form of ocean. It means it is totally salty, so we cannot use this type of water for our household purposes or in factories and all. So this is usable only for recreations or for getting salt from there, and rest 3.5% is fresh water. And from this 3.5 percent also 70% is found in the form of glaciers and ice sheets, which is occupied by Antarctica, Greenland and mountainous region. So rest only 30% is stored as underground water, which is used by whole world. Okay, number 5, when we talk about precipitation, like it's a geographical term, precipitation can be of two types. One is normal rainfall and secondly snowfall. So via both the ways, out of 100%, India receives 4% precipitation every year. Now number 6, so we know water is a renewable source. So every year India receives 1897 square kilometer water, so which is a big amount, good amount. And number 7, like we know, exploitation of water is going on. People are misusing these. People do not have equal access on this water resource. So it is predicted that by 2025, the way we are wasting water, if it goes in the same way, by 2025 near about 2 billion people will need to face the problem of water scarcity. Water scarcity, it means shortage of water. So for this reason, could be man-made, could be natural, but doesn't matter. Whenever someone is getting shortage of water, that is known as water scarcity. So according to a Swedish expert, Falken Marker, he has given a definition, like if a person is getting water in between 1000 to 1600 cubic meter per year, it means that person is facing the problem of water scarcity. Causes of water scarcity. Okay, we have number 1, overpopulation. It means we know the water is a renewable source of energy. It means it replenishes quickly, easily, but the way population is increasing, it's not possible for water to increase in the same way. So like for example, if we check the data of 10 years back, in a family, if the family consists of 4 members, now the same family has grown up to 10 members, but in the same way it's not possible to generate the water, to increase the level of water, even it is decreasing. So because of that, because of overpopulation, the problem of water scarcity is occurring. Number 2, commercialization of agriculture. It means like since size of land is same, but day by day population is increasing. So to overcome through this problem, government has launched a program that is known as a green revolution, and under this program they launched HYV seeds, that is known as a high yielding variety seeds, which gives more production within the same land. But the main drawback of that seeds is we need to irrigate the plants again and again as compared to ordinary seeds, and because of that again the water is getting low, or we should say like what we are facing the problem of water scarcity. Number 3 is unequal access. Obviously, the people, those who are rich, those who are powerful, they can get the water by any means, but the problem is those who are poor. For them, like since they cannot buy the water, or they are not capable enough to buy the water, so they are facing problem, and they have like comparatively they are getting the problem of more water scarcity. Number 4 is over exploitation. Obviously we know like we all know that we have to save the water, we have to use the water in a wise way, but still then people are wasting the water, so that is known as over exploitation. The way we have to use the water, we are not using the way, if we could work for with a 1 bucket of water, we are using might be 2 buckets or 3 buckets. So this is known as over exploitation, wasting water. Third is amount of precipitation. Okay, up to somehow amount of precipitation also is responsible for water scarcity, though it is not the exact reason, because if we talk about Gujarat and Rajasthan, it is getting near about 5 to 10% water per year, and Meghalaya, I hope you know, like Mausim Ram, it is the place which gets maximum amount of rainfall, more than 200 centimeter, but some areas of Meghalaya are also getting scarcity of water, because so though one side it depends upon precipitation amount, but some way it depends upon the way we are using. Number 6 is pollution. So as the way people are polluting water, because of this also shortage of water is increasing. And last one we have urbanization. It means the way population is increasing, obviously land is getting shorter for them, for us. So people are everybody, they have started to live in cities, everybody need more facilities, so number of cities are increasing, and obviously the facilities which we are using in cities, they require more amount of water. And next we have industrialization. This also is totally related with population. As the population increasing, demand is also increasing, so number of industries are also increasing, and obviously they need water for all the processes. Need to conserve water, it means why do we need to conserve the water, why do we need to save the water or use water in a wise way. Number 1 is, if we will not save water, if we will not use water in a wise way, obviously one day will come when will not get pure water to drink, will not get pure water to use, and if we will not use pure water, obviously we will get lot of health hazards which are born or which are related to using dirty water. Secondly is obviously we need water to secure our food. If we not get water, we won't be able to do agriculture, we won't be able to make different things in our industries. So to ensure food security also we need to save the water. Next we have obviously like to live properly, to do all the productive activities also we need to save the water. And finally, if you not save the water, if you not use the water in a wise way, whole ecosystem will get disturbed. Measures for conservation, it means here we'll discuss about the ways by which we can save water or teach people how to use it properly. So number one is preventing the waste of water. So what we can do is we can run some awareness programs, or we can generate some campaigns, and we can teach the common people like why we should not waste the water or how can we preserve the water. Secondly, we can make the government or the non-government sectors can make some multi-purpose projects like dams, because we know during the time of rainfall, if we will not store the water, obviously the water will run off. So if we store the water in this multi-purpose projects, we can use that water later on for various purposes. Next we have avoiding the pollution of water. We know like not only the common people, even more amount of water is polluting because of industries. Okay, so the industries, before pouring the dirty water into the river or mixing with the river, if they clean it, if they purify that water, so by this way also our water will be less polluted, and water scarcity will be reduced. Next we can use some measures, ways by which we can raise the water of underground water table. Like we can dig the ground, we can make some underground tanks, so that whenever the rain comes, it could absorb more amount of water, and by this the water table will also increase. And lastly we can use some rainwater harvesting system methods. Like rainwater harvesting means recharging the land by artificial means. Like in villages we can make some gulls and cools, or we can make some tanks, or we can use a rooftop harvesting system. But these are some of the ways by which we can conserve the water.